Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to show to you how to populate a combo fields in Java from a data in MySQL database. So the principles is the same as what we did before. However, the only difference is the construction of the MySQL queries. So here is my example of a user interface. So in this portion is a combo box. I name this combo box as cbo underscore select an asset to issue. So we are going to populate the assets that needs to be issued from our database. So let me run this interface first to see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like when it's running, and right now the combo box is empty. So let's go and proceed with the coding part. So the first thing we need to do is, of course, to like before, we are needing these we will be needing these import files here. We can paste these right below our package application, although there are some input files that we don't need here, like this default table model, swing table, and result set. Now we will be needing that. Date format, we don't be needing this one. Message format, vector, we don't be needing this one. So this is it. Okay, and then same as before, we are be needing a private variables, and we will set these variables as global, so it is accessible to all methods under this class. So we will set this as private, static, and final, because it will not be changed. String username, same as before, and the username is root. And another variable for the password, so string password is equal to empty. By default, the password in MySQL database in phpMyAdmin is empty. Another variables for our path to the database, we call our database assetDB. AssetDB is equal to jdbc dot no colon mysql colon / localhost colon 3306. This is a port number, so we are getting that port number here in the some control panel. See, 3306. And then / the name of our database is asset account, so asset account. So this is our private variables. Now we will be also needing, as same as before, a connection variable, and we will set this as null for this moment, and also a prepared statement variable. Prepared statement, we'll call this stm, and null. And result set, result set, we call this rs, and also null. So now that we have these connection variables here and prepared statement, result set, we will declare, or we will create a method right under our class constructor. This is our class constructor, guys. So every time this class will load, all the objects, all the instance or objects are being initialized first by these class constructors. So here we will be creating our functions. Start of function, and then end of function. So we will call our function as public void, and then populate CBO field. You can name your method or functions any name as you want, and inside we will put our statements inside our try catch, and then so here this is inside our try catch body. We will declare the our connection variables. So class dot this one, the first one, for name is com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver, and then semicolon, and then now we will going to use our connection variable is equal to driver manager dot, we need the first one, get connection. Now this is where we will be using our username, password, and asset db variables here. So username, pass also here, password also. Okay, and semicolon, and then after that we will be issuing our SQL query. So we will put our statement inside our prepared statement instance variables, and then con that I'm looking for prepare statement. So this is where we put our SQL query inside our double quotation. So right now we will go to our database. So this is our database, and the column that we are interested right now is the asset name. So what we are trying to achieve here is we will going to select a distinct name for each item inside, because there is a double name like smart TV, laptop. So go to SQL and try to execute select distinct, and then asset name from add asset info. Add asset info is our table where our data resides, and then from add asset info, and we'll sort it in ascending order, so order by asset name. So let's try to run first and see the output. Yeah, since this is the output, no error is coming. So see, as you can see here in the output, we only see one smart TV and one laptop. So this is what we need. So we'll copy the SQL query and paste inside our statement in Java, and then we will execute this, and the result of this, the execution of this statement will be, we will put inside our result set instance variables. So this will be equal to stm dot execute query, the first one. Now since we have this execution, it is expected that the result of this query is now under inside the result set connection no instance variables. So we are going to need a while loop again. So inside our while loop, we will use this result set dot next dot next and then inside the while loop body, we will be needing the actually we forgot to declare first a string asset name to issue. So this string variable here will hold the asset name column inside our while loop. So copy this one and we'll use the rs result set and we will get the asset name column. So get I'm looking for a string. Yeah, this one, get string, and we will pass our the name of our column in the database. Leave this one, the asset name, this one, since this is where we are looking this is where our SQL query is pointing to. So asset name and semicolon. Now this variable holds the asset name column for the while loop. So what we need to do next is we will get our the name of our combo box, and we will use that here, and we'll set this as we will set this we will add the value of the asset name to issue, but inside our add item method, add item function. So asset name to issue, pass it here. Okay, so now, but why we are having an error? Okay, let's take care of this first. So, and then we will issue a G option pane, so that G option pane that show G option pane that show message dialog, and then the first parameter will be null, and we will pass the value of the expression here. So this will takes care of the error message. So without this statement, if there's an error, we will not know what will be the error. So by using this one, it helps easy to identify the error if there is an error. So now we have this. Let's try to run. We'll copy this first and we'll put this inside our constructor to initialize when it is load. So let's check our code once again. Yeah, so save, build. I think we forgot to close our connection, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary to close our connection. However, it is a good practice to close our connection variable here. when it is not needed. Yeah, that's it. So build. Now let's try to run. So there you are, guys. The combo box is now set, so we can select any assets that needs to be issued. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we will put a name here who to a person which we are going to issue an asset, which department he belongs or she belongs, and the date of issuance and the quantity issued by the in charge person and the approver. So this is, once we have the details inside these fields, we are going to save and print an issue voucher. But we will do this, guys, on the next video. So thank you guys for watching.